Hi, this is John Broad from Berkeley Springs, West Virginia, home of the Pulsar tribe. And I'm here to give you some tips on taking test two on the certification to look at the real data. And first of all, this test will be a little harder than the other one, but if you can click on 3 or 4 buttons, type something else, then you can pass this test. A little more challenging, but you can do it. So you'll be given some data on the test. You'll be given like a graph of a known pulsar. This data here is not a test question. I pulled it off of one of the 20-meter observations. So I'm going to go through the steps and figuring out what this pulsar's name is. So let me go to my notes. I have some notes that I'll put online somewhere that has my notes or my directions for taking all the tests. And there are some glitches in this test, and my notes will help you get around some of those problems. It can be very frustrating to do a bunch of work, get to the end, and it'll tell you you're wrong just because the program has something in it. But they are working on it. But for now, I have some notes here. If you follow my technique, you'll get away from those problems. Now you're going to need to open up some different tabs. You're going to need the test questions. So you're going to go to the website that has the tests. I'll do that right now. Of course, you're going to log in using your information. I have a fake account. And when you log in, this will come up, and just like when you took test one, you'll get started, and you'll click Get Started one more time. Now, I'm not going to do that because I shouldn't show you the actual test. So we're going to use our other data to go through the procedure. Now it says you need to open up the catalog. So you get that open in another tab. So now we have the catalog. And back to my directions. So I've done numbers or letters A and B. Tab 1, find the following information and write it on a piece of paper. This I strongly recommend. There's some information that you just can't copy and paste because it's in a picture. So I just got some scrap paper, and I actually this morning got a note card out. And you're going to need to write down the RA, the deck, F0, the frequency, and DM, the dispersion measure. And this is what you'll see here in a second. This is what my notes look like. So you're only writing down 4 things. Let me go back to the data to show you where these numbers come from. And this tab. Nope, this tab. There we go. So you'll find the RA and the deck up at the top in the search information. You do not have to write down all the numbers. Like I said, I showed you on that card for RA, I only put 1239. And deck over here, I put 2453. So you don't need the other stuff. DM you find in this area, and I have 8.8, or you could put a couple others, but 8.8 is good enough. And you need to know the frequency. The frequency is down in this area. I'll just put 0.723. You probably only need 0.72. But you write down those 4 things. That's it. Just write them out. Then directions say we're going to go to the catalog, and we're going to check 3 boxes. So let's go to the catalog. And it says J name. It says DM. And it says F0. That's not too tough. And you scroll down, and into the directions, it'll tell you to put some numbers in these boxes here. 3 usually works for this box. Sometimes some people put 5 there, and that's kind of a choice. And we'll talk about that more when we get finished this. Now we got to put the RA in that you wrote down. I'll put 12 in there, and then we got to have 39. The DEC goes in this box. I have 24. 53. That's all you have to type. Those 3 things. And you hit table. And that's not too much data to look at. Sometimes you get a lot more here to pick from. The real exciting part is if you don't get anything there, because you might have discovered a new one. But for the purpose of the test, you're going to look at what's on the screen. We have 2 pulsars in that area. And now you look at, say, DM. DM is 8.8 on your card. Here's the DM column. The closest one there is 9.25. It's not 8.8, but it's close. Then I would take that one and look at the frequency. Frequency we wrote down was 0.723. This is 0.723. So the name of our pulsar is going to be the J1239-2453. Now, you can just copy that if you want to, but if you're going to copy that, be very careful. If you go like this, you're copying a bunch of stuff that'll make you get it wrong. You have to exactly copy it. Stop at the 3 on that example. Don't go any further. Even if you copy 1 extra space, you will get it marked wrong. Like that right there would be marked wrong. I suggest just write it down like you wrote down the other stuff. So write the J name on a piece of paper, include the plus or in some cases minus. And you need to write the whole thing down though. No abbreviating here. Okay, so you get that information. And let me go back to my notes. And the stuff in the notes is not the pulsar we just looked at. And on the test, there's going to be a box for you to put in the name of the pulsar. This is where you'll either type it in, or if you did copy and paste, you put it in there. Then you're going to hit, I think it says submit, and then it'll tell you you're right, because if you follow my directions, you'll get it right. If it's marked wrong, though, that's okay. Read the box that it tells you, so you'll know why you got it wrong. And if you need to, just like the other tests, you can just keep taking them until you get it right. So the pulsar that I had open on the screen, must be the one that we just wrote down. And just to show you a little bit, here it is right here. The person doing the observation was trying to find this pulsar, and they did. That's the same one that we checked out in the catalog. So I hope my hints help you a little bit. If you have any questions, you can contact me at jbrode@k12.wv.us. Thank you.